We're all set, Arnie. Go ahead.
Thank you, Joanne, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the March 4th, 2026 meeting of the Danbury Planning Commission. We will open with the roll call. Mr. Kiokio.
Here.
Ms. Hostetter.
Here.
Mr. Nazario.
Here.
Chairman Finaldi is here. We do have a quorum. I don't know if the email went just to me, Joanne, or to everybody, but it appears, commission members, that we may have, for the first time in a very long time, an alternate joining the planning commission. And Joanne, what was there? Was there a meeting last night or something? You're muted. You're muted. Joe, you're muted.
Hold on. Sorry. There was a council meeting last night. It was on the agenda, so it's just a formality that they have to approve it, but then she has to come in and get sworn in. And I didn't think I could pull it all together in time for tonight. But
No.
it was done. It was on the consent calendar, so it's a go.
Good. Eva
Yeah.
Vega, 3 Crane
Yeah.
Street, Danbury, Connecticut. Good. So be
Yeah.
happy to have an alternate. That'll be good for the first time in a very long
Yeah,
time.
as soon as I get her email address, I will send her an email and let you guys in on it, her email address too. And but right now I don't have a phone number or an email address. I have to get it. And today was just too crazy at the office. There was no time.
No
So-
problem at all, Joe. No problem at all. We'll look forward to it. Okay,
Okay.
I'll open with the Zoom intro. This meeting of the Danbury Planning Commission is being held on Zoom as a virtual meeting. Even though this meeting is a virtual meeting, members of the public and interested parties continue to have the opportunity to participate in the meeting in a couple of different ways. You can participate via Zoom and see the audio and the video, or you can call in by phone and participate via audio only. Please be aware that we may have to mute your microphone or telephone to avoid an echo or some other background noise. Instructions on how to participate in the meeting appear on the City of Danbury website, and all of the documents and materials that apply to the matters to be discussed during this meeting, including the agenda, are also available on the City of Danbury website. As always, if you have any questions regarding how to participate in the meeting, please contact the City of Danbury Planning and Zoning Department. As a reminder, the entire meeting will be posted on and can be seen on the City of Danbury website. We will follow the posted agenda as per standard practice. If prior to the meeting any questions or comments on agenda items were submitted via email to the Planning and Zoning Department, those comments will be read during the appropriate portion of the meeting. Finally, please remember that technology glitches do sometimes occur. Please be patient if that happens. Before I get too far into the agenda, just wanted to make an announcement. If you look at our agenda this evening, item 2, Danbury Mill Plain Realty LLC. We did receive a request today in writing from attorney Joshua Pedrera, advising us there will be no testimony on this application this evening and requesting an extension of time until our next meeting. So I'll read the actual letter at the appropriate time, but I wanted to be sure to notify anyone tuning in this evening on the matter of Danbury Mill Plain Road Realty LLC that we will not be hearing any testimony on that application this evening. Okay. Commission members, the minutes of the February 18th, 2026 meeting were previously distributed. Unless there's any discussion, I will entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Kiokio. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Helen. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? The minutes are accepted. Let the record show our next regular meeting is scheduled for March 18th, 2026. And with that, we'll get right to the first public hearing this evening, the first and only public hearing this evening, and I will read the legal notice first. Legal notice, and notice is hereby given that the Planning Commission of the City of Danbury will hold a public hearing commencing at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, in a web-based meeting hosted on Zoom to consider the following matter. Western Connecticut Council on Alcoholism, Inc., application for revised special exception, revised site plan approval for interior renovations to existing dependency treatment center, sections 5B2, B11, in the CA80 zone, 38 Old Ridgebury Road, C16024, special exception number 799. A copy of this application is on file in the Planning and Zoning Office for public inspection. Parties in interest and citizens shall have an opportunity to be heard at this time. The meeting agenda will be posted will include instructions on how to access the Zoom meeting, and application materials or view the meeting in real time on YouTube. Arnold D. Finaldi Jr., Chairman, posted city website and town clerk's office on February 19th, 2026, published in News Times on February 20th and 27th, 2026, purchase order 2026-002. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor of this application? Mr. Sullivan.
No, Mr. Mizuko.
I'm sorry, Mr. Missouri. I'm sorry. I got my engineers. Sorry, Michael.
That's all right. At least you're not calling me an attorney.
No, I like you, Mike. I wouldn't say that about you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, for the record, Mike Mizuko, professional engineer. My office is in Danbury, representing the applicant MCCA on this application for a really more of a renovation, interior renovation. In August of 2024, we came before the commission for a site plan and special exception approval for an addition to the southern end of the building. And during that time period between then and now, or slightly, maybe end of last year, the applicant had sought bids. They had pretty much full architectural plans done and sought bids to complete the project, and they were just the numbers were coming in way too high, and they just felt it was probably better or more prudent use of money to take and relocate their office space and convert that into bed space, which was the main reason why they were proposing the addition in the first place. So that being said, I mean, I can walk you through real quickly. We're not really doing too much in terms of the site plan work and exterior work, but I'll share my screen and we'll just go through that really quickly. Joanne, I think, do you need to? Thank you. Okay, is everybody seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so yeah, this is the existing building, Larson Drive here, Old Ridgeberry Road here. And you can see the surrounding areas. The site sits in the CA80 zone. It's 3.85 acres. And I will just, these are just area maps that I included initially and felt that they're probably still somewhat important. It is on the Lake Kenosha Class 2 watershed. But thankfully, we're really not doing any earth disturbance activities. So essentially, what they're doing is remodeling this shaded section of the existing upper floor. And so I can show you the floor plans. And the only other thing that we're doing on the exterior was we felt that it was still wise to, they had some parking spaces in this loading area that we wanted to remove to make that more conducive to get a vehicle in there and into the loading dock. So we were eliminating those couple spaces and proposing an island there. That and some sidewalk work, which we did carry over most of the comments from the original approval conditions and review comments from construction services regarding the sidewalk and some other things with regard to the traffic engineer. We kept a lot of that stuff the same. Other than that, they just want to put a fence around this existing patio for privacy. And so, yeah, that's really the extent of it. It does add, converting the office space to beds, just increases the flows about 1,100 gallons overall, but not as much as it was before on the previous addition proposal. And we also kept the landscaping. Felt that that was still something that was warranted. So that's still part of the proposal for the interior renovations. And these are just photographs of the building. This is the main front entrance here. And then you're looking sort of at the north end of the building. Well, that's not moving to my next page. Let me try that again. Apologize for that. I have to try this. Oh, there we go. So then again, this is looking sort of across the entrance. There's the entrance walkway, and you're looking at the southern end of the building, and that's where the renovations are proposed. And there is, it's a little hard to see, but there is a little patio in that area. It's the same picture. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, this is the southern end of the building that's being renovated, and then this is just on Larson Drive, looking sort of north. And this is the old existing floor plan. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. Sorry, I can't slide that over a little bit. Let's do that. So again, it's this area here that's being renovated, and it's just the upper floor. And John Doramo's on the call too. If I'm misstating something, please jump in and correct me. And then this is, again, that same area. There's our patio, and then just the area that's being renovated, and shows the beds and layout and office, library, and some other things that they're proposing. So that's sort of the gist of it. I know we got comments back from construction services, building department regarding the handicap, engineering, and fire marshal, and they're all okay. And Ally did submit a staff report. I think we're just still waiting on the traffic engineer. But again, these are just more like housekeeping items. Again, it's a kind of a very low-key proposal. So with that, I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And if you want to look at any of the plans, just let me know and I'll get right to them.
Mike, quick question. Are they moving the offices off premises?
Correct, yes.
No. Okay.
Yeah, it was more important to have the beds, and that was the main reason why they were doing the addition in the first place. But again, it was just a little more prudent to do this, and there's a lot more availability for office space everywhere around the city. So it just made sense to do it this way.
Okay.
All right.
Bob, question?
Yep. So Mike, what we're looking at is what it's gonna look like. That's what the beds, the rooms with the beds and are gonna look like now. Right now, as far as the office, is there a lot of renovation going on to make it look like this? Are those offices basically, and you're just gonna keep it the way it looks like, the way it looks?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, I can just go back to so this is what it looks like now. So it's basically from here. They're doing some renovating to the bathrooms just to make them more accessible and having, showers and things like that. Then you can see when I flip back to the other page. But this is just just more of there's not really anything structural. It's just more of just
Yeah.
reorganizing the space to turn it into this.
Okay, so not a lot of change really, but okay.
No, the bathrooms are in the same spot. They have a washer and dryer here, laundry area.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, no, it's not huge at all. And especially it's not really altering exterior of the building at all.
Yep.
Mike,
Will there be any offices, administration on site now, or all that will be totally off-site?
Well, I think there's going to be there are some offices. Obviously there's a need for some office space to manage the clients,
Mhm.
but the more of the administrative, I don't want to say administrative, but the business administrative offices, I should say,
Yep,
will be off-site.
got it. Okay, and then you had mentioned the landscaping and the sidewalks, so whatever was agreed to in that original plan, that you're gonna carry that over to this in addition? Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
any other questions from Mike at this point, from anyone?
Mr.
Helen,
Chair,
go ahead.
I just have a quick one. It's maybe just a nit, but on the engineering documents, well, I think it was, hang on. Building department, they had an item that said slip resistant surfaces, and it says not shown. So is that acceptable, or does that need to change, I guess, is the question.
Well, if you look at the pictures back. It's not. There's all concrete, they're all concrete sidewalks, so they're all non-slip.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you. I guess it doesn't matter then. All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else from Mike at this point, from anyone? Is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Anyone
Mr.
else?
Chairman?
I can't, there you are, Paul. Go ahead, Mr. Rotello.
Yeah, hi, thank you. Paul Rotello, 13 Linden Place, Danbury. I represent the Sixth Ward where this is located, and along with Councilman Shanasian, have for the past 25, 30 years. And we've been through proposals from MCCA, who I consider to be a great asset to the community and a good neighbor. Many times in the past, we supported them. We've acted as a liaison between MCCA and the condominium associations nearby, gotten them together and, put a little oil on the water and smooth some feathers and things like that. They're a great neighbor. I support this particular proposal. I can't speak for Ben. He's not here tonight. I assume that he does. I will say that while the impact on the neighborhood has never been great, it's also not zero. Ben knows a little bit more about this than I do because he actually lives in that neighborhood. I live a couple of miles away, but we're up there all the time, and I've never heard any complaints or anything like that from the residences that live nearby. The businesses have no issues at all, but there are a lot of family condominiums and kids waiting on bus stops, and some of these issues come up from time to time. But so far, for the last 10 or 15 years, it hasn't been an issue. But the question that I would have is, will there be with the additional beds and people coming in? Will there be? And I don't imagine that there would be, but I need to get this on the record. Does Mr. Mizuko see, or his client see any particular increase in traffic or people milling around, coming and going, and things like that might have a visible impact on the neighborhood? Obviously, if they're not going to increase the size of the building, there's not really going to be much of an outdoor construction issue, and apparently it's going to continue to look the same. So you won't really know what's going on. But with more people, there might be more traffic, and there might be more hangers-on, people walking up and down sidewalks. So that would be the question. But again, I support the proposal. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Paul. What we'll do is we'll take that question through the chair. I'll call the opposition, and then I'll give Mr. Mizuko a chance.
Sure.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this? I think we could take down the shared screen. I don't know if that was Mike or Joanne, but take down the shared screen. That's okay. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Anyone else in favor?
Well, I am here. My name is Ellen Mari, M-A-R-I. I live in Kensington Woods on Larson Drive. I was just interested to hear what was going on with this and also the other one, which got tabled for the next meeting. But I will say that I have lived here for 24 years, and they have been a good neighbor. I mean, we have not had any problems with them whatsoever. I think it's well managed, and I would just hope that there are administrative people on site when this change happens, because you need them to manage the situations there, if anything comes up. But I see no problem with it. And as I said, I mean, I can literally walk there from my condo. And they've been a good neighbor all these years.
Thank you, Ellen. Could you again repeat your full name and address just for the record?
Sure, it's Ellen Mari, Mari, 502 Larson Drive.
Great. Thank you very much for your comments. Is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Anyone else in favor? Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Anyone in opposition? Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Okay, well, we have looks like a fairly straightforward and simple application. Ally, I don't think we're waiting for anything, are we?
No, we're not. Mr. Mizuko mentioned that we were waiting for traffic earlier. We are not given the scope of this project. It was not transmitted to the traffic engineer for review.
Okay, great. Well, commission members, unless there's anything yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Mr. Chairman, could you maybe have Mike and or the applicant respond to Paul's question?
You're right. I forgot about that. My bad. Thank you, Bob. Good question.
Sure.
Go ahead, Mike. What do you think about Paul Rotello's question?
Well, I'll speak on behalf of the parking, and I'll let John weigh in on just the program. In my discussions with him, it was going to be a situation where there's probably going to be less traffic in and out, but let him speak on that. When I did the comparison of the parking required for the existing office space, there wasn't any additional required, and we were able to show that the existing parking spaces was sufficient for the change in use, is what I'm calling it. But again, I'll let John just speak on the other side of that.
Hi, John Duramo. I'm the president CEO for MCCA. Thank you for having us here tonight. So what I have is 12 administrative staff that will be leaving the building. These are myself, my executive secretary, human resource department, and my quality assurance and billing. So that's more on the administrative side. To answer the other question, each program in the building, there's outpatient, withdrawal management, McDonough House, and this new program, all have a program director that are going to be present in the building. And there's also a residential clinical director that will have an office in the building. I'll be back and forth to the building as well. So I foresee that there'll be less traffic because we have 12 people leaving, and the new staffing should be 4 to 5 people for the new program on the day shift. The 16 clients are in early recovery, and most of them don't have a vehicle. So they're not going to add additional vehicles. The evening shift and night shift is only 2 staff that monitor the program. 2 staff on the evening shift, 2 staff on the night shift, as well as the other programs. All have a minimal of 2 staff in them as well. So overall, if you do, a count of 12 going out and those folks coming in, I think we're probably a little, under for what we were having with the 12 staff coming every day with a vehicle.
Thank you, Mr. Duramo, for that clarification.
You're welcome.
Okay. As Ally mentioned, we're not waiting for any departmental reports. There really isn't anything else of significance we're waiting for. And then, commission members, unless there's an objection, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Thank you, Bob. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Helen. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? I'll entertain a motion to move this to item, if it's so moved, if it's okay with the commission, move this to item 1 under old business for discussion and possible action. Would anybody like to make that motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion to move it to, the next phase here. Thank you.
Second?
I'll
Mr. Chairman,
second.
second.
We'll take that from Sidney Azario as a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
This will be item 1 under our old business for discussion and possible action agenda. Thank you, everyone, for your presentation. Okay, we're going to go right to, that was our only new public hearing this evening, right to continuation of public hearings. BRT Sconset LLC, application for revised special exception site plan approval for an existing previously approved cluster development, the Ridgetop, sections 4A2B3 and 4A6 in the RA40 zone, 10 Damia Drive, F09036, special exception number 589. The matter was tabled at the February 4th and February 18th meetings. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor of this application?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is Steve Sullivan, professional engineer with Haley Wars. So it's been about a month since we saw you last. So I just want to go over a couple changes based on staff review and revisions associated with those comments.
Sure.
I assume, Joanne, I can share? Yeah, okay. Okay, has that popped up on your end?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we went through a round of planning department and engineering department comments and made those revisions. There are numerous notes added, and we made clarifications to some of the questions that both departments had. Really, the biggest change, in my opinion, for this commission is that we do have two raised sidewalks on both sides of this loop road. And the loop road is 20 feet wide. That was the fire marshal's request. And then I think towards the end of last week, we got some final comments from the planning department and engineering department. It was our opinion that those comments there's no deal breakers. They could be conditions in our opinion. I believe all the other departments, and Ally could weigh in, but all of the other departments were satisfied with our latest set of plans and revisions.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Any questions for Steve? Oh, sorry, Bob, go ahead.
Just one quick question on the loop road. Is that a one-way road?
Yes.
Kind of, was that counterclockwise?
Yeah, yeah. See the arrows? You're going this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Thank you. Anything else for Steve? Is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Anyone else in favor? Is there anyone else wishing to speak in favor of this application? Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Anyone in opposition? Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this application? Ally, I guess from the planning department perspective and engineering, have all the questions been answered to your satisfaction?
Yes, there's no deal breakers. So if the commission does want to close the public hearing, we would just say that the staff reports from engineering and planning and zoning be a condition.
Excuse me. Thank you, Ally. Thank you for that. Commission members, anything else for the applicant?
No.
Hearing no other concerns, I'll entertain a motion to close this public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, so moved.
Thank you, Helen. Second?
Second.
Second, Bob, any questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Again, commission members, unless there's any objection, we could move this to item 2 under old business for discussion and possible action. Do I hear a motion to that effect?
Chairman, I'll make a motion to move it to item 2 under old business.
Thank you, Bob. Do I hear a second?
No second.
Thank you, Helen. Second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
This matter will be item 2 under old business. Okay. On the second item on our continuation of public hearing agenda, as I mentioned earlier, Ally received today a letter from Cohen and Wolf, Danbury Mill Plain Realty LLC, 85 Mill Plain Road, Dear Ally, As per our recent telephone conversation, the applicant is requesting that there be no testimony this evening and is seeking a continuance and extension of time until your next meeting of April 1st, 2026. I thank you in advance for your anticipated consideration in this matter. Yours truly, Joshua Pedrera. Ally, this letter is technically, our next meeting is March 18th. So did Attorney Pedrera misspeak? Ally, did he just push it 2 meetings ahead?
He does want to continue it to the April 1st meeting. That'll give the project team time to answer some of the staff's questions and submit revised plans. So hopefully it's a bit more buttoned up before that April 1st meeting. I did talk to the attorney today, and the traffic engineer and the environmental professional will also be present at the April 1st meeting. The environmental tech had a conflict on the 18th, so that's why the 1st is their requested date.
Okay. And how are we doing time-wise in terms of extensions and everything? Are we okay?
Yeah, we have plenty of time with this one. So with that, it'll be a 14-day extension that he's just granted via that email. And I think we have about 40 more days that we can use in the extension pool.
Oh, good, good, okay. Okay, commission members, I read the letter. Unless there's any further discussion, I'll entertain a motion to continue this until until our meeting on April 1st.
Mr. Chairman, motion to continue.
Thank you, Helen. Second?
Mr. Chairman, second.
I think that was Mr. Nazario in a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will revisit this application on April 1st, 2026. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we'll go right to the old business for discussion and possible action. Item 1. Western Connecticut Council on Alcoholism. Application for revised special exception, revised site plan approval for interior renovations to existing dependency treatment center, section 5B2B11 in the CA80 zone, 38 Old Ridgebury Road, C16024. Special exception number 799, and we did close the public hearing this evening, which is March 4th, 2026. Any discussion? I'll go ahead, Paul. Sorry, Bob, you go first.
Sure. It's a pretty simple application here. I don't have any issues with it. It's we approved it, what was that, a year and a half, 2 years ago, which was a much larger project and a lot more disturbance in the exterior. This has minimal disturbance, if any, on the exterior. They're still going to do the landscaping. Everything's on the interior. The neighbors seem to be happy with their neighbors. So I don't think there's any reason that this shouldn't be approved. I'm in favor of this.
Thank you, Bob. Anyone else want to weigh in? Helen?
Yes, I'm going to agree with Bob on this. We've simplified this application, and it's much it's simpler to understand, and there's a lot less work than there would have been, to approve. So I also would like to to weigh in on the side of approving this as well.
Thanks, Helen. Anything to add or any thoughts?
Me?
Sydney, okay, anything to add or any thoughts on the application? Okay, you're okay with what's been said so far?
Yes.
All right, good. And I would just add that Mr. Rotello said earlier that MCCA has been a good asset to the community and certainly a good neighbor. As some of you know, I live in Rivington, so I basically live across the street from this facility. And Mr. Rotello is absolutely right. Great asset to the community, good neighbor, causes no issues, traffic or otherwise. So I too am in favor of approval. So Ally, you've got your feedback and you can draft your resolution. All right, good. Moving ahead to item 2 under old business for discussion and possible action. We're back to our friends at BRT Sconset LLC, application for revised special exception, revised site plan approval for an existing previously approved cluster development, the Ridgetop, sections 4A2B3 and 4A6 in the RA40 zone, 10 Damia Drive, F09036, special exception number 589. And again, the public hearing was closed this evening. Anyone have any thoughts or guidance for Ally or the department on this particular application?
Mr. Chairman, again, this is another one. We've had some things to work on and they got worked on. And the rest of it, I think we're going to go with conditioning on the approval. So I'm in favor of, moving this ahead as well. I think we've covered all the things that we need to one way or the other there. So I'm good with it.
Thanks, Helen. Bob, yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm happy to see some single-family homes being built rather than apartments. So that's a good thing, and they're reasonably sized homes, not huge monsters. So I think just gives the community some alternatives for housing, and it's tucked up top of the hill there. So I think it's a good project.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we've seen any single-family detached houses up in that area for a long period of time. And it's good to see that again. Like you said, give people some alternatives. Any thoughts, Sydney? You're good?
I'm good on this. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So, Ally, I think you've got your guidance there as well. Yeah, get your pen out and draft those resolutions now. And now to do all the work. So that's that. Okay, that's it for old business for discussion and possible action. We have no referrals this evening, nothing under new business, nothing under correspondence, and nothing under other matters for discussion and possible action. So we got off easy tonight with the referrals, luckily. Anything else, commission members? Anything else for the good of the order? And hearing nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Bob. Second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Helen. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Good work,
Thank you,
everyone.
everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Sydney, I sent you an email a short while ago. Take a look and give me
I didn't see it. Yeah, I'll reply to it. Yep.
okay,
Awesome.
good.
Thank you so much for that, Oni. I appreciate it.
No problem. Good night.
All right, bye,
Good night,
everyone.
everybody.